Hey, this is Lisa.
And Shelley from Of Sound Mind and Spirit.
Okay.
Sorry. Anyway, we were sitting here today trying to come up with what to talk about, and our conversation evolved into how we present ourselves on social media. And differently from how we present the blog on social media, but how each one of us personally presents our lives on, for our generation, that sounds weird to say, we do a lot of Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or the kids now on Snapchat.
We're not on. I mean, we are, but we're not.
I'm not on Snapchat.
But yeah. So what does it look like? Are you happy? Woo! Pinterest mom. Always on Facebook, or are you? Oh my gosh! Like one thing bad after another. I mean,
it really comes down to
what is it?
What's your personality and how do you present that in public? Because there's a difference between your public life and your private life, and we were talking about that. But you had written a post, I can't remember how long ago.
Oh my gosh.
It was the grass is greener or something?
I would say like 2009 or 2010. I mean, it was
really that old?
Yeah, no, it was.
So,
we forget we've been blogging so long. But it was about I think it was called Does Facebook Bring Out Your Green-Eyed Monster? And it's about, I think that Facebook and you see all the beautiful, we're on vacation.
And Instagram now,
Instagram.
Everything is so much more visual.
Yeah, and beautiful. But people tend to post their best selves or their best looks or their when they do something great.
Yeah.
And so how does that, and we know there's been actually studies about it, about how it affects us and if we're jealous and if we it makes us think that other people have better lives, that the grass greener, all that kind of stuff.
Somebody once told you that they thought you had your whole life all put together and how wonderful your life looked because you were always posting, a picture of this success or a picture of that success. And you were like,
I was go all the time, and
you're like,
busy.
Yeah, you don't want to see me when I'm like cratering.
And that's what we were talking.
I'm a human being.
You and I actually talked about that, in that I tend to post more positive things. When we're doing, I am a very upbeat, positive person, which I am more.
It's one of your strengths.
It is one of my strengths, and I tend to be more of a rah kind of person. And so when I have my down, when I have my melancholy or my life sucks and I can't believe whatever's going on, I tend not to post. I don't.
Right.
I withdraw and I don't share that because part of it is, for instance, when I broke my ribs this summer.
Yep.
I like to say, my son broke my ribs this summer. And he looks at me and he's like, Mom. We were on we had a boating accident and we were on an inner tube and you're supposed to hold the things. And I guess he let go at some point and he was on this side, whichever side that is for you.
Your left.
It's my left, but a TV, or radio or whatever we're on. And he crashed into me. And so his head hit my left side, my ribs, and through my life vest and fractured 2 ribs. And so that was a really hard thing for me because I am not used to being sedentary. I'm very mobile, going, I'm just
Can I say this?
Active. Go ahead.
She's not used to being doped on pain meds either.
No. There were lots.
You've heard of no drunk Facebooking?
No.
We took it away.
No hydrocodone Facebooking either. So, good point. So I would say after that happened, there's a good week of my life that I don't remember very much because I spent a lot of time
to order a pizza.
I spent a lot of time sitting still in a recliner, watching Netflix and just trying to be still. I mean, that's the real key when you break your ribs. It hurts tremendously, and there's nothing they can do besides painkillers. But painkillers scramble your brain, so you can't think. And so I would spend the first half of my day trying to work and function, and then the second half of my day I would be in too much pain, and I would give in and take painkillers, and then just veg in front of Netflix.
And this is part of why we didn't blog. I mean, we didn't do a lot of these videos because you really weren't up to it. You had to heal.
Not at all. And you mentioned ordering the pizza. She came over one day for her and her son, the 4-year-old, to swim. And I said, that's fine, but I'm the only one home. Because Brian took the kids somewhere. And I said, and of course, I'm not in any, I can't do anything. So I went, and we have a couch outside by the pool, and I went and sat out there, and I had my iPad, and I thought, I was hungry. I'm going to order myself a pizza.
I looked over like 5-6 minutes, and she's just staring at the iPad, kind of touching it. I said, what are you doing? She goes, I'm ordering a pizza. But I can't remember how to apply the coupon.
Like, I can't seem to make it work. I don't know.
I'm like, give it to me. Dink, dink, dink. What's your credit card number?
Oh no, it was in there.
Password.
Yeah.
Here's my password. Okay. Is it the same one you've been using for the last? Oh, okay.
No,
ding, ding.
yeah.
Look,
So,
it's the same one.
But I will say, so during that time, like, Facebook silence for me. I mean, it's...
And Instagram, too.
And yeah.
I mean, it really just sort of faded.
What do you post? I mean, when you're...
I'm in
It's
pain.
not only the pain. It was the frustration. So
Yes, you were
after the
frustrated.
first week, I got the first week that I'd be in pain. You know what I mean? After the first week, you're like, okay, no, I have a life to live. I can't. You know, when we were going on week 2, we were going on vacation. So we were supposed to leave on vacation 14 days after I broke my ribs. And VBS started 7 days after I broke my ribs. And thankfully, I was not director of VBS anymore, Vacation Bible School, this year. But I was supposed to be there, so I couldn't go. So anyway, it's one of those, I was so frustrated. And we went on vacation to Colorado. And if you look at my Facebook or Instagram feed, there's pictures and video. And I'm all like, yay. There's a few of those. There's not many. But for the most part, it was a really hard vacation for me.
Yeah.
Because, my family got to go whitewater rafting and hiking, and I didn't.
Okay.
What?
You're
done.
You hijacked it.
I know. I'm sorry.
We went on vacation, and we were talking about social media and how we put...
What I mean is, it looked like I was having all this, rah, rah, yay! I'm in Colorado. But it doesn't tell you the whole story. And that's what I'm trying to say. So
okay, there's a
Facebook,
point.
You've got like these pictures, or Instagram, or wherever you are, Twitter, you've got these little snapshots of people's lives, whatever they choose to show you, whatever they choose to share.
Yeah.
But it doesn't tell the story. So on my Instagram feed, there's this picture of me in a hat standing by this running water of a stream. And I'm happy, and like everybody commented on this picture. That was the only day I left that house. The whole time we were on vacation.
I know.
So, it was a weird thing. So how do you share on social in a way that represents who you are when you're upset, when you're down, or without... Okay, here's the other question. There are people who share a ton when they're upset and they're down. And we all know those people, and we all hide those people.
I can't say I actually have.
You know what I'm saying.
Who those people are. I was going to turn this conversation, actually, was what we were talking about maybe 2 minutes before we hit the record button, which was how we keep up with people now on social media and how lonely it feels when we're not there. I was telling Lisa that one morning I got up and I was scrolling through Facebook, and the very first thing was a friend who wrote, how much we should take the time to stop and love each other and tell each other that we love you. Because she was sitting vigil at her mom's bedside. And my heart just broke for her. I haven't seen her in years, but we keep up on Facebook. How would I have ever known that her mother is I'm sorry to say, she's dying, if I hadn't seen it on Facebook? I scroll through another one. There's a friend, she's celebrating something exciting. There's another one, a new baby is born. And I'm looking through this, and life is blooming and growing and dying. And another one, their car's been wrecked. Another one, they're struggling because their husband died 6 months ago, and it still hasn't gotten any easier for them. And we can all reach out and say, we're here for you. We're not in the same city, but hugs, we find support. Some of my best friends I met in 1999, early 1999, and some of them I've still never met in real life, and others we have. And one of them is my son's godmother, and she lives in another state on the eastern seaboard, Mid-Atlantic. Well, Linda, I don't know where you live, but
DC.
Maryland.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's Mid-Atlantic or if it's North. Anyway, neither here nor there. So we're just talking about how that looks and how everything looks like. Sometimes it has to be picture perfect. So where's the balance?
Where's the balance?
How much do you share, and how much do you try and turn something that's happening that's bad in your life into a positive story? And
But you take someone like me, when things do go, I don't share it. I just don't, because
So the time to get worried about you is
can't.
when you go complete radio silence? Is that what you're saying?
When I get quiet. I mean, I've had a lot of, ups and downs and things, and I tend not, I don't share all that. I don't want to talk about it. I mean, it's just not who I am. I want to be, woohoo. I mean, I want to share when I'm upbeat and positive, and that's, when I'm down and things aren't going right and I'm melancholy, I retreat inward and I don't go on social and I don't share and things like that. And so you can't always, I guess my point is, you can't always tell what's really going on with somebody, because we tend to look at what they post and say,
oh, they have it so easy.
It's this, or it's that, or
they're on vacation again.
Yeah. I have to say, I went through that many years ago.
It was, you had to learn how to adjust too. I mean, if you look back in 2008, I got on Facebook in 2008, and I actually found something that I wrote in one of those this day in your memories.
Oh, memories, yeah. I love that by Facebook.
So I wrote this on September 11th, 2009, and I said, I had shared a link. The link doesn't work anymore. And I said, this is a very timely piece. I am witnessing friends growing more and more hateful, throwing personal attacks and calling each other vicious names. Gone are the reasons why we became friends, replaced by suddenly huge, irreconcilable differences. It is okay to disagree, but when did it become okay to call each other such vile names? And I remembered that because I was friends with different people in my real life, and then as social media popped up, I became friends with I friended them, but suddenly I didn't realize I had done this. I presented myself in one way to maybe a group of professional friends, and in another way to my high school friends, and in another way to my church friends. And suddenly, and yes, I know there are ways to segregate and colonize people and share only but I don't do all that. I share it with everybody. So I was sharing who I really was.
For that.
And they were like, oh my gosh, you're a conservative. I hate you.
Are we turning political now?
No, I was just using it as an example. And I'd be like, well, what's wrong with that? I've always known your feelings. I've never had a problem with your feelings.
Well, I think...
And some of it started to dissolve. Yeah. But it wasn't that it was political. It was that... And this is another thing I hate. I don't like being labeled. I don't. I don't like being the mom. I don't like being the this or the that. I am who I am. And I don't like being the conservative or you think this way because you're this or that. And I don't like all the divisiveness. I want people to try and remember that we have a lot more in common than we have against each other. And then if we just pause, take a deep breath, we can have civil conversations, and it's okay to disagree.
No, it's not okay to disagree.
Yes, it is.
No. Have you been out in the world lately?
I know. And I don't think, you know what? I don't think it's gotten worse. I think it's gotten magnified.
I think that's a very good word. Very good word. I think that social media and because of the what's the word? The anonymity of the internet. Even though
people forget that
even though our picture or avatar is attached to it, I think people kind of it's like you're one step removed from it.
I think they forget that when they put something, the whole world can read it.
Well, no, I think that something you would never say to somebody in front of their face.
It's okay to say.
It's okay to say
tweet or
yeah.
Well, and the reason I say that I don't think it's changed. Because I'm reading a great book right now about the American Revolution and the politicking and the tweaking.
How did it go from?
I mean, it's all there. It's been going on for thousands of years. At Tuberté.
How did we go from?
I don't know.
Jealousy of things you see on social to politics.
I think we were just talking about social media and
yeah.
how how
it has definitely
reveals our life.
changed our environment and changed the way we view each other and society. And I went to a talk once, and it was a Houston Catholic Media Conference, and Laura Nelson, who's in Dallas, something that I would love to steal out of her speech, and I can't get myself to steal it without attributing it to her. But she said, sorry.
You better not steal.
She said that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Sometimes it's spray painted.
Oh, that is good.
And I loved that. And I've always tried to keep that in mind, in that what you see and what people present and what they argue isn't their whole person.
That's right.
You know, whether they're arguing a side of politics or showing their latest whatever that you envy and you wish it looks, and maybe their house looks pristine, or they're on vacation, or they just went shopping for the newest outfit, or, you know, their husband is amazing, or
I'm wearing your shirt.
You're wearing my shirt. I mean, whatever it is, because each of us have something that we feel vulnerable about, or we, you know, feel lacking, and it changes depending on the season of our life. Heck, it changes based on the month. I mean, that it is. But we have to remember that the what we say on social and what we present, first of all, what we see other people isn't always what they're meaning to present and say. But what we see kind of reflects what we're thinking about, or what we're angsting about inside. I know that's true for me.
I like what you just said there. It's like it's like the reflection part. It's like you're looking into a mirror. You're looking through the mirror, but what you're seeing is you're seeing it reflected back at you, and you're being insecure about something.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know that from myself. That what I would get upset, and I would sit and look at Facebook, especially when the kids were younger. I've been on Facebook since, like, I don't know, 2007. And I would look at stuff, and then, you know, Brian would walk through the door.
I don't think you got on it that much before me.
I know Birdie was little, and I was in this house.
Oh, wait.
It could have been 2008. Okay, 2008.
Sorry. Miss Perfectionist over here.
But the point being, I remember looking at stuff, and then, you know, Brian walks in the door, and it's almost like one of those, why don't we do this? Or why, you know... Why? It's stuff that never bothered you before. Suddenly, it's like the most important thing in your marriage.
Well, you know, that's funny. I think I had a blog post, a working mom blog post about cleaning my house, or how my house wasn't decorated.
Yeah, you did. No, it was not eating.
You can't eat off my floors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, don't eat off my floors.
So, but it was one of the. I'll have to go look it up. If I find it, I'll put it in the. You can click on it and see. But it was something about how working moms we just don't have all the time for that. And when Pinterest came out, I had time for all that. Okay, I was spray painting all that stuff. And
I love it. And I love Pinterest.
No.
But I'm so glad that my kids were not little babies while there was Pinterest, because the stress of planning those first, second, third, fourth birthday parties, you know, all those birthday parties with all of the you know, with all the other moms. I was a stay-at-home mom at that time. So, you know, all of the other moms.
Now we're just putting way too much pressure on yourself to be perfect.
And it wasn't perfect. It was almost like, this is your world. You know, your play group. This was your world of how things are done, right?
Perception. It's all about perception.
Right, but you didn't have this grander scope.
It's a big false front.
And you didn't have the grander scope. And so now you might argue Facebook is your grander scope. So who are your friends and what are they doing? Might be shaping what you think is normal.
It could be a false front.
Yeah. So it was hard enough with that. So and we were scrapbooking, you know, all that. I'm just glad I didn't have Pinterest to add to that pressure. Though now I view it, I'm a little more confident in my 40s. You know, I use it now as a resource. I love it to find solutions to problems. Or
on Pinterest?
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it.
I Google.
Like recipes. Almost every time I need a dinner thing, I go to Pinterest.
I can't remember to look there.
Oh, gosh.
Isn't that terrible?
I love
it. Google.
Yeah. I love it. And I have, whether it's house things, and I do post, you know, but I'm a little more realistic than I used to be. But with the kids, you know, like, oh, how do we study for this or that? And I'll pin it. Doesn't mean I'm going to do it.
You know, when
But I
Pinterest first
pin
came
it.
out, I did create a few boards and I pinned some things that I thought were really cute and never looked at them again.
Oh, when Pinterest first came out?
Never.
No. My problem with Pinterest in the beginning, I couldn't pin. Because to me, it was like creating a to-do list. Like, I'm pinning it because I want to do it. Because you do, right? I mean, it's beautiful and it's cool and it's awesome. And you think, I want to do that.
I remember there
And
was
so I
this
couldn't-
one
but
where
I
there was
couldn't
a baseball
pin.
and you take the baby's hand and like ink it and then ink it on the baseball, and I never did that for Douglas. And now his hand is too big.
No. I got over it and then I just started pinning a whole bunch of stuff that I, whatever.
I don't know. What do you use Pinterest for these days? I don't know. So,
Pin stuff you like. Recipes, I do. I use it for recipes all the time.
Wait a minute. I think you have a Pinterest board for the blog, don't you?
I do. Sound Mind Inspired recipe. And I have recipes on there.
Oh my gosh.
Both regular and for you, I have a paleo board.
Oh, I have to go revisit that then.
Because she used
I
to
need
do
some more
paleo.
recipes.
And you keep going back like you're going to do it again.
I start and then I fall face first into a pizza. Then I have to start over again. Anyway.
Yeah. But I do. And so for the
Oh, but I have a pumpkin recipe for you.
Oh, I love pumpkins.
I know you do. So I'll
Yeah.
share the pumpkin recipe and we can put it here too.
The Sound Mind and Spirit Pinterest is mostly Bible verses where they're, people are really creative and they make them all cutesy. And then Ladies Retreat, because I've been on the team for our parish Ladies Retreat for the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Faith Formation.
Yep.
Teaching. Catechist. And so that's on there. So just stuff like that. How to blog, social media, because that's what I do. Family stuff.
Follow the Sound Mind and Spirit Pinterest. Don't look for me. Sorry.
It's mostly me, but I try to keep it in line with things that we talk about.
I send it to her. She puts it on there.
Because she knows I'm on there all day long anyway.
But if you're going to follow us for Instagram, you can follow me. Because I do more Instagram for Sound Mind and Spirit than you do.
Yep,
But we don't
that's
have a
true.
Sound Mind and Spirit Instagram account.
No, because it feels redundant.
Yeah.
It's just one more thing.
Yeah.
And I don't have time for one more thing.
But I'm Shelly.smas. I do keep it public, and yes, there are pictures of my kids. So, but I do keep a very tight look at who is following me.
Yeah, but you can't stop someone from following
Yes,
you.
you can. I block them.
Oh, do you really?
Oh yeah. When I get the ones that are like hot girls.
Well,
block.
shoot, yeah, those.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell the difference between, oh, look, this is another mom somewhere, and, oh, new, block.
My thing with, say, since Instagram is changed its algorithm for businesses and things like that happened in the last 6 months, I get a lot of businesses following me.
Oh,
A
interesting.
lot. So Friday Night Margaritas.
Ooh, we did.
Yeah, we did, but I have at least 2 of our local restaurants that we go to for Friday Night Margaritas.
Oh, did you see?
Follow me on Instagram.
Did you see when I posted that one about, because we forgot to take the picture when the glasses were full, and so I took the picture when the glasses
like
were
a month
empty.
ago. Yeah,
and they said, hey, you need to come back and we'll refill
there you
them.
go.
We never did cash in on that.
I didn't even know about it.
Oh.
But yeah, so I don't block mine. Now obviously if there's spam I do. But so what is your advice for people looking at social, and how do they share? How do they be their authentic selves without being too positive, too negative, do you worry about how other people perceive you, or do you just go out there and try to be who you want to be?
Well,
who you are.
I do try to be who I am, but when I'm in I think first, am I oversharing? I think second, am I posting this to help me feel better? Am I venting? If I'm venting, why? If I venting and it's negative, or am I venting and I'm trying to be like exasperated? If I'm venting and it's negative and I try to wait, like you, I try to just wait. But like the other night, I was like, I'm so overwhelmed. Oh my gosh. And I had other people who said, oh, I am too. Oh, it'll be okay. Yeah. Oh, here's some advice. And so that kind's okay. But, I grow tired of the ones like, it's the end of the month and money's tight and everything sucks. Well, there's not really any purpose for that one. I have a friend, she totaled her car. And it's her only car, and she doesn't know how to get to work. And she did post that one, and that's not too negative, because she was like, what do I do?
Yeah.
And people are coming out. We're offering to help her. You know, hey, I can give you a ride.
And that community, gather your community and support you.
So
right. It's a hard balance, and I hadn't thought about it so much for myself in a long, long time until I had a friend mention it to me. They're like, "Oh, you're always busy, and you're always and everything's always so wonderful and perfect."
They should come over and watch you on the couch.
And I thought, really? And then I looked through my feed, and I realized, and I hadn't even thought about the fact that I don't post when I'm upset, and I just don't. That's just me, and I don't think I'm gonna start posting when I'm upset because I'm not nice when I'm upset, and I don't want to share that with you guys.
She's not nice.
Mm-mm.
No. I know she calls.
So I don't, that's not a thing. I don't want to share it. And so I don't think I'll change, but at the same time, I think it helps me I'm trying to stop from oversharing, but I will still overshare my Friday night margaritas because that's a thing.
How can that be oversharing?
It's not. It's only Fridays.
The only problem with it is that sometimes I'm not there. And
well,
I
wasn't
margarita.
there. No. Last Friday night, I wasn't there, and you and Mom posted without me.
No, she wanted to go.
So there you go. It happens. Life happens, and I was stuck, and I couldn't have a Friday night margarita.
You started it.
I know. Okay. So anyway, how do you decide what to share? Are you oversharing? Are you positive? Are you negative? Are you balanced in your life when you share? Or do you worry about it? Or do you care? I mean, you might be like, I don't care. It's whatever I want to do because this is my platform and whatever. I mean, you're like, right? I don't know. So what is your method? Do you have a method? Do you care? Do you pay attention? Or are you one of those people who look at other people's Facebook posts and yell at your husband like I used to do?
Yell at your husband.
It's true.
Oh, that's just silly.
It's true. Seriously, you never did that?
Looked at my husband and looked at something on Pinterest and went, why don't we do this?
Yes, you never did that.
Maybe, but I don't remember. It's not.
He probably remembers. I'll text him.
He might.
I definitely did that. Anyway, and then does the anonymity of Facebook give give people license to be not as nice as they are to you in person? That's a whole nother conversation. So put a pin in that one. And
you did that on purpose.
We'll come back to that one, especially with it being political season.
Ooh.
So we should wait and come back and talk about social and politics and presidential elections and how many people are you unfriending right now?
I think I got rid of most of them in 2012. Oh, wait, they got rid of me.
Or they got rid of you. Okay, do you have a quote for us this week?
No, I don't. Was I supposed to?
You do. You have one. Oh my gosh,
was it the St. John quote?
Yeah, you tell me. I think it was.
Okay,
hold on. You had something. You told me you did.
Hold on. It was back here.
All right. Yep, she's looking on her phone because there it is right there. Isn't that it?
Nope, that's the vacation one because
it's close.
That would go great with your catechesis post the other day, but I didn't know about it.
Did you find it? Okay.
Yeah. Oops. So, this is from St. John of the Cross, and he writes, whenever anything disagreeable or displeasing happens to you, remember Christ crucified and be silent.
I like that. Oh, I'm supposed to be silent?
Or you can stop it now.
All right. Thank you for listening or watching or both. And
yeah, it's late.
It's late here. We've been up really early. Watch the video before this one, and you'll find out why. All right. Thanks. Bye.